Good day. Here's the latest stories from the Pna Newsroom. The President wants the newly appointed and confirmed ambassadors extraordinary and plenipotentiary to be more aggressive in seeking partnerships with foreign investors and receiving states. During their courtesy call in Malacanang, President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. expressed his desire to further strengthen the country's bilateral ties with other nations and to encourage more foreign investors in the country. Marcos said ambassadors are among those who will be able to help uplift the economy by wooing more investors abroad. He also urged them to seek partnerships with those who are able to help mitigate the effects of climate change and other calamities. The donated HIV viral load testing cartridges by the U.S. government are a big boost to the country's HIV treatment program. More than 86,000 viral load cartridges arrived in the country in time for the celebration of the World AIDS Day. An HIV viral load test is being used to measure the amount of HIV genetic material in a blood sample. DOH officer in charge Maria Rosario Vergere said this will further strengthen their capacity to test more individuals so that they can be treated immediately. U.S. Ambassador to the Philippines Mary Kay Carlson meanwhile said their donation is proof that the U.S. government is committed to working alongside the Department of Health, the community of Filipinos living with HIV and local government to ensure that people living with HIV in the country have equitable access to a viral load test. Since December 2020, the U.S. government provides more than 1 billion pesos to the country for HIV prevention, case finding, and treatment interventions. Foreign travelers and returning residents will use an online registration platform that integrates quarantine and arrival requirements starting today. The health declaration checklist of the Department of Health Bureau of Quarantine may be accessed through eTravel.gov.ph. The eTravel platform will host the electronic version of the arrival card that travelers must submit upon arrival in the Philippines. Starting 5 December 2022, all travelers will be required to provide their arrival information and health declarations through the eTravel portal. On the same day, the old domain of the One Health Pass will no longer be accessible, while those who use the One Health Pass will be redirected to the eTravel site. Registration on the eTravel platform is free. In news overseas, the United States imposed sanctions on 3 senior North Korean officials involved in the country's weapon programs following Pyongyang's largest intercontinental ballistic missile test last month. In a statement, the U.S. Treasury Department named the individuals as John Il-ho, Eugene, and Kim Soo-jil. John Il-ho and Eugene, who served under the North Korea's munitions industry department, played major roles in the development of North Korea's weapons of mass destruction. On the other hand, Kim Soo-jil, director of the Korean People's Army General Political Bureau from 2018 to 2021, oversaw the implementation of decisions related to the WMD program. The latest sanctions were imposed amid concerns that the November 18 ICBM test by North Korea may lead to the resumption of nuclear bomb testing. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan said earlier that Washington was committed to using pressure and diplomacy to entice North Korea into giving up its nuclear arsenal. And that's the latest and the biggest stories from the Pna Newsroom. For more news content, visit our webpage or head on to the Philippine News Agency's Facebook and Twitter accounts. We are also shown on the social media pages of the Office of the Press Secretary and Radio Pilipinas RP1. Stay tuned for more news updates. I'm Marita Muaje. We tell stories that inspire change.